You know, let me talk to you for a moment. Because if you're watching this, chances are you're dealing with something millions of people feel every single day. That fear, that hesitation, that tightness in your chest whenever you try to speak English. And look, I want to be honest with you right from the start. You're not alone. You're not strange. You're not behind. You're just human. And today, I want to help you walk through that fear. Not run from it, not hide from it. Just walk through it calmly, confidently, like we're walking into a new chapter of your life, you know? Now, I don't know who told you English was supposed to be easy or that speaking was supposed to feel natural right away. But that person actually lied to you because speaking any language, especially a second one, is awkward. It's uncomfortable. It's messy. And yeah, sometimes it makes you sound like you've temporarily forgotten how to be a functioning adult. I mean, we've all had that moment where someone asks, "So tell me about yourself," and suddenly your brain says, no, and it shuts the door like a teenager who doesn't want to talk about their day. But here's the part nobody tells you. Fear is normal. Fear is natural. Fear happens not because you're bad at English, but because you care about how you sound. You care about being understood. You care about connecting with people. And that's a good thing. It means you give a damn. It means you're alive. It means you're trying. Look, I've seen people freeze, shake, whisper, mumble, forget their own name, start sweating like they just ran a marathon, all because they had to say one sentence in English. And you know what? That's okay. What's not okay is staying stuck there, stuck in silence, stuck in fear, stuck thinking that one mistake will destroy your whole reputation. Actually, if making language mistakes destroyed reputations, half the world would be unemployed. Let me tell you something from experience. Back when I first started speaking publicly, way before the presidency, way before walking onto big stages, I was nervous as hell. People imagine I showed up confident from day one. No, I was terrified. My voice shook, my hands shook, my soul shook. And I kept thinking, what if I mess up? What if I say something stupid? What if I freeze and the whole world stares at me? And, took me years to understand that the fear wasn't from speaking. The fear came from imagining the worst outcome before I even opened my mouth. And maybe you've been doing the same thing with English. You're not afraid of speaking English. You're afraid of what people might think of your English. But look, here's the truth. People don't care nearly as much as you think they do. Nobody wakes up hoping to hear you make a mistake so they can laugh at you. Nobody's analyzing your grammar like a detective at a crime scene. People just want to understand you. They want to talk to you. They want connection, not perfection. And that's why today I want you to start thinking differently. Actually, radically differently. Instead of asking, what if I get it wrong? I want you to ask, what if I get it right? Because the only difference between confident English speakers and scared ones isn't vocabulary. It isn't grammar. It isn't accent. It's that confident speakers allow themselves to be imperfect. They allow themselves to sound human. They allow themselves to speak even when the sentence isn't perfect. Now look, I know some of you are thinking, Barack, that sounds inspiring, but I still freeze when I speak, and that's normal. That's expected. That's part of the process. But here's the secret that nobody in your school, none of your teachers, none of your apps will tell you. The only way to stop fearing English is to speak English. Not someday, not when you're ready, not when you magically know 5,000 words. No, you speak today. You speak now. You speak badly before you speak well. You speak wrong before you speak right. That's how fluency works. That's how confidence grows. And, one thing that really surprises people is how quickly the fear starts disappearing once you speak out loud every single day. Even if it's just to yourself. Especially to yourself. You don't need a partner to practice. You don't need a classroom. You don't need a teacher staring at you with that, go on face. All you need is your voice, your breath, 2 minutes a day. Talk to yourself about anything, your plans, your breakfast, your frustration, your cat, your dreams, your laundry, your mistakes, your future. Say it out loud. Tell your thoughts to the air. It doesn't matter what you say. It matters that you say something. Because speaking is a muscle. And look, you don't build a muscle by reading about it. You don't get strong by watching someone lift weights. You don't learn to swim by reading the rules. And you don't learn to speak English by silently memorizing words in your head like you're studying for a spelling contest. You learn by moving your mouth, training your tongue, pushing air through your lungs and letting your voice exist even if it trembles. Fear doesn't disappear before you act. Fear disappears because you acted. And actually, let me tell you a little story. When I was running for president, there were moments, big moments, where I was about to walk on stage in front of tens of thousands of people. And right before stepping out, I'd feel this wave of fear. This moment where my brain went, Barack, maybe you should go home. And I'd take a breath and remind myself, these people aren't here to judge you. They're here to hear you. And the moment I started speaking, the fear dissolved. Not because I became fearless, but because I took the step anyway. And the same is true for you. When you speak English, people aren't watching for your mistakes. They're listening for your message. They're not hoping you fail. They're hoping you express yourself. And if you allow yourself to be imperfect, suddenly everything becomes easier. So I want you to do something today. I want you to take English out of the category of school subject and put it into the category of daily habit. Think of it like brushing your teeth. You don't need to excel at it. You just need to do it. Every day, a little bit, with no pressure, no fear, no overthinking. Just consistency. And look, while we're talking about consistency, let me say this clearly. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, not because I'm telling you to, not because it's some kind of YouTube ritual, but because if you're trying to get better, you need a place that encourages you, a place that supports you, a place that helps you build confidence day by day, video by video, word by word. And this channel, this family, we're here to do exactly that. Now let's talk about something funny. You ever notice that your English in your head is perfect? Like Oscar-winning perfect? You're like, today I shall explain my opinion with clarity and sophistication. And then you open your mouth and what comes out is, I want food, maybe. And you think, what the hell happened? Look, nothing happened. Your brain is fast. Your mouth is slow. They just need time to sink. And the only way they sink is through speaking, out loud, daily. No pressure, no performance, just practice. And I know you might feel ridiculous talking to yourself. Trust me, I've talked to myself more times than I can count. Practicing speeches alone in front of a mirror, whispering ideas while shaving, giving TED Talks to my toothbrush. You think I'm kidding, but I'm not. Great speakers aren't born. They're built in quiet rooms, in awkward practice sessions, in private moments nobody sees. Fluency comes when your mouth stops being surprised by the sounds your brain wants to make. And look, if you think about it, fear isn't even your enemy. Fear is just a sign that your brain is stepping outside its comfort zone. And life, every meaningful achievement in life, happens outside that comfort zone. You learn to walk by falling. You learn to ride a bike by wobbling. You learn to flirt by embarrassing yourself. And you will learn English by speaking it imperfectly. There is no other way. So if you're still afraid of speaking English, good. That means you're close. Fear is the gate. Speaking is the key. You walk through it once, twice, 10 times, and suddenly the gate isn't scary anymore. You start enjoying the sound of your own voice in English. You start liking the mistakes, laughing at them, learning from them. And one day, you'll be speaking and not even thinking about fear, because it won't be there anymore. And on that day, you'll look back and say, actually, I did it. And I'll tell you, you always could. You just had to believe it long enough to try. Now go, speak, even if badly, even if slowly, even if awkwardly. Speak today so you can speak confidently tomorrow. And don't forget, you've got people here cheering for you. You've got a community. You've got support. So hit that subscribe button, stay with us, keep learning with us, and let's make your English not just good, but fearless.